and welcome to another wonderful episode of the Reflection Show. My name is Martha Anabila. Today we are about to let you know that here in Tamale there is a center that is empowering young women to be independent. It is not all the time that we have every young person going to school to become somebody, quote and unquote. But this center is making sure that young people are given the training that they need to be able to live positive lives. I'll be speaking with the executive director for this center, who is Ms. Rhoda. She'll be helping us to understand everything that this center is made of, this center has. So stay tuned as we start the discussion on the Reflection Show. Don't go away.
Anyways, let me get back to Abdul Malik. Give us your final words on this. Abdul Malik was on our seat for the first session. You are a fashion designer. Tell us what we need to know in your conclusion. Just give us your conclusion. And you began telling us about the fact that you have to pay for express if you want express. So, yeah, just go on with that.
Okay, thank you very much.
And lastly, what do I need to look out for if I want to wear a dress and I'm coming to you? What do I need to look out for from the fashion house?
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity once again. And also the technical team as well. In fact, our brand, and let me first even just put this across. It's not only those that couldn't, or maybe those that are not privileged to go to school,
the
formal schools that are into only the informal aspect. You can equally be in the formal aspect and still get the informal training as well. So I encourage the young ones to pick up this challenge and come on board. Our doors are always open. We don't discriminate that either you have money or don't have money. We can still communicate and agree on terms and conditions. Then you get enrolled. And also, as Leto said, my name is Adam Abdul Malik. I'm the CEO of the Function Icon Designs and Accessories. We're dealing in all kind of designs that you can think of. It being weddings, ceremonial wears, it being school uniforms.
And so holy guys.
We have a share there. So you watch out. And you can equally reach us on WhatsApp, on the Red Cross.
You have a Facebook page.
I have a Facebook page.
What's the name of the page?
The Facebook page is Function Icon Designs and Accessories. Okay. The same on IG. And also...
you can share with me later. I can tag you on our social media handle.
Okay. So you can equally WhatsApp us on 054 4086 997.
You pay me for advent. Anyways, let me come to Madam Baba, to the hairstylist.
Kuchuro Pakadi.
Okay, just go ahead. She's here with her son, please. We are lucky it's you. The whole studio would have been. Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Just tell us about your craft, how you are able to still hold ahead with all the challenges, etc. And what we should learn, people watching you, your business name today, I'm paying you for advert. Next time, I'm going to pay you off for advert.
In fact, after challenges, we the hairdressers, we are facing a lot of challenges because we are lack of in-training opportunities to update ourselves.
Can you move the mic closer? Okay, go ahead.
We are lack of in-service training opportunities for us to update ourselves. And we also have limited information about hairdressing business.
So you think that you have to
attract more customers. And we also have cheap products in the market.
That's not good. I spoke to the FDA on some of these products, and they also had a challenge about it. It's difficult to control. So I think you can get our episode on with the FDA. They spoke about all of these things. You can check our YouTube channel at Matter with Spice. You can get the episode with them. Yeah.
And moreover, we also have lack of capital to start our business.
Okay.
Especially if you are a new graduated and you come out to settle. Settlement of the place is always difficult for we the hairdressers because it's need capitals.
Interesting. It's really need a lot of capital. I remember I knew somebody who had just finished and she wanted to start her business. She was talking about getting the dryer, getting even the plates, the mirrors, the what's the name, the Rolex, the pin. She mentioned what exactly and all of that, and I was like, so once you are learning, is it a way to start saving? But well, how much would you save? Even if you can't feed to even get money like you mentioned. Some of them going to the salon to learn or the shop to learn. They are finding it very difficult to get money. But I think that maybe the private and the public sector can really help to help young people who are at those places. There's somebody I have been keeping her quiet for a long time, and she made the show possible. She is Madam Humeima Abdul Wahab. She is the original head of Informal Apprenticeship Northern Region, and she's done very amazing things. I remember recently we held a workshop for masters, or let me say
Mastercraft.
Yes, masters, mastercrafts, and also apprentices. It was a 2-day workshop, and I felt that it's something that we need to keep doing. And I feel guilty myself because I have been doing a lot of mentorship conferences, programs for people just in the formal sector. But I realized that it is one place that I really have not invested so much of my field and my mentorship in. And after the program, I posted the pictures on Facebook and I had people calling me to come and do such programs for them. And I think that thank you for opening my eyes to that. I don't know why, I've been doing this for about 6 years, but I don't know why over 6 years I have never really thought of doing something.
It never come to your realization.
Exactly. So the Master Inspires Foundation next year, I told you we want to do series of workshops for people in the informal sector. So we will talk to most of them and we'll call most of them. But I just want her to share with us, if you can pass the microphone to her, to share with us why she's so passionate. Because I see the passion in the thing. I always say I'm passionate, but I think I've met someone who is equally passionate. Why you are so passionate for people in the informal sector. And that makes people say every day, you don't have money. But I still want to do events anyways. Let's hear from you.
Thank you very much. I want to thank you and your team for giving us this opportunity. As you said, I'm Humeima Abdul, regional head of Informal Apprenticeship, MVTI, National Vocational Training Institute, was established to coordinate at all levels of vocational training in Ghana, of which informal sector is one of the departments. So the informal sector, we look out for those masters who have learned the trade through the workshop. Okay. And we also have the formal, where we look out for junior high school and senior high school to go and learn the practical aspect in both theory so that they can also progress to university level. Okay. So what brought me this passion is that I've been a teacher, an English teacher before, a secretarial madam, a head of department, senior administrative assistant. And as I was there, I was the one coordinating the admissions for our school in Kumasi. Okay. And we have this formal implant training for master crafters. So we train them for 6 months. We go out and look for them, we advertise, and then I was one of the hardworking ladies among the young guys. So I became popular. And most people, if they want MVTI certificate, go to Madam Humeima. I have the patience, the time, whatever you need to get the certificate so that you can use it.
So you feel
so I was supportive. So based on this, the top management have seen my work and they say move on to informal sector and promote the place for us.
And you are really doing that, and I really hope that they would support you, because to promote this, let me say this one, a lot of times the much promotions, the funding is just in the southern sector. They ask you to promote the informal sector, but what you need to promote the informal sector is just in the southern sector. So she's doing so well, and then I just want to plead to the public and the private sector who want to push something in the informal sector. Please contact her, or you can just take our numbers on the screen, or I can give you her contact as well. Let's see what we can do so much. Then Northeast region, I was there last week. We went to 3 communities. We did, I think you've seen the pictures as well. And then, there's so much we want to do, and there's so much we can do, but we all need the support. So thank you so much.
Mother, I want to ask something.
Yes.
The informal sector, what I've realized that I do go for mobilization, inspect their workshop, and I've seen that most of them are vulnerable, those who are literally around the street, and they are treating them freely.
Wow.
So I would like to use this your platform to seek for request for sponsorship and support funds and their basic tools so that they can be able to train these people, as this lady said, to prevent them from going to KIA and then become citizen. So I would like to use your platform to play too, so that you can get partnership organization to support us.
Yeah, like I said earlier on after the training, the Macro Insights Foundation, we are looking at having a more formal partnership. And then maybe with my team at Boots, we have also the partnership with the Reflection Show.
We also give them certificates to prove their competencies. MVTI, we have the Mastercraft accreditation certificate.
That's fine.
Yes.
So, like she said, when you go to these schools, the vocational institutes, you get a certificate for that. So don't feel that you are left out or you just doing it. That is it. They have accreditation and they give you the best, and they give you something that you'll be able to see as a value or as a worth. So please, if you're even in the university, they say the payroll is full, and you feel like you have to go and learn something, please go and learn, because it will give you some cash. You get it? So let's take our final words from both of you. Then let's see how we go. Yes. Let me start from you. Ladies first. Yes, so tell us about, so it's your final words, and we are also asking, where can you be located?
I'm located at Business Senior High, opposite Business Senior High at Shishegu, along Zion School. So the advice I want to give to young ladies, stop roaming about, stop going to Cairo, take time and be patient and learn handwork. In future, it can benefit you in future and the society.
Great.
You mentioned something that I want to hammer on.
Okay.
You mentioned full payroll or something like that.
Oh.
Government said the payroll is full.
That one here.
Yeah. So sometimes, the able men that applied for either army, immigration, or policing and all those things, they are the strong men. They are the mind we need in the field. Yes. Serving Mother Ghana doesn't mean being on the payroll.
Yeah.
Yes, you can be
On
your own payroll. Yes, right now I've started paying my listen. I have 2 boys that I trust so much, my right hand man. Right now I started to put them on the payroll. I want to pay myself and pay them very well, because right now they've learned to a point that I know I can really rely on them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build a company with them.
Great.
So right now, I believe junior high school, senior high school, you drop out, you don't want to learn something.
Yeah.
Learn something, and it's going to help you. It's going to help you and help you very well. Yes.
It's going to
help you. And I also want to say they can come. Our apprenticeship forms are out.
It's free.
No, it's not. It doesn't have to be free. You have to pick the form.
Okay, now
Yes, definitely. Something that you give for free, people doesn't value. Yes. So right now, even if you should come and pick the form and buy your own tools, I'll be able to support.
Okay.
I will avail myself
How
to
can we
the
contact
training.
you? This social media.
Yes, you can get me on Facebook, Pintaholic GH.
Pintaholic.
Yeah, Pintaholic. That's my enterprise name.
Wow.
Yes, registered.
Wow.
Yes, since 2013.
Paintaholigy.
Yes,
It's a nice
yeah, and you can contact me on 0556 343 754. Yes, I'm available to train from NGOs, from anywhere, anyone who is interested in learning structural painting, not just anything. And one thing that I always emphasize is I don't want you to come and leave the same person. At least you have to learn something and you should be able to be on your own. That is what I prioritize. I don't want you to go and do what everyone and anyone is doing. The trend is changing. The trend is changing. And like my sister said, sometimes we don't have the information or the know-how where to get the information of what we are doing. You can easily go into YouTube. You can go to Facebook. You can advertise there. You can get all the necessary knowledge you want from that place. Yes.
Okay. So it's fine. I think we've had a very long discussion, a meeting discussion. But the point we are all trying to say is that the informal sector or the vocational sector is equally as important as the formal education sector. So you should make sure that if your ward wants to go there, don't discourage them. Just encourage them to run themselves properly. Like he said, it can be a company where they go and run themselves well and get more clients, they get contracts from these big organizations, and they can deliver very, very well. Right now, we are doing this interview in English. Once upon a time, we felt that people in the informal sector just spoke in the local dialect. But right now, they are on Facebook, they are on Instagram, they are what? On Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter.
Yeah, they are on Twitter, and they are on all the platforms.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that we should all try to support them, beginning from our close relations, our family members, our children, our uncles, our aunties. Let's not do that. I think that we need to kind of have a part two of them. I'm coming to your shop, and I believe that all of you, if I make time, I would have to visit your shop and take some few visits, see if we can play this on our social media. So all of you, give me a reminder. I have a very tight schedule, but let's see. Before I think within a month, I'll be able to make time to just mention. Okay. 10 seconds. My time. Yes.
Yeah, I want to for us to get assuming like a slow ground. Like we the learners, like we want to let's make it that way, this way, and learn a vocational skill and end poverty now.
Wow. Let's say it again. Learn a vocational skill
and end poverty now.
Hey, she's inspiring me.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been an amazing interview, but inspiration for purpose. You just made me feel proud again that I authored this book, and the title, Inspiration for Purpose. Go on africareads.org and get the book for a cool 30 Ghana cedis. The book is available in Tamale. You can get some in Accra as well. And then other parts of the country, they are still making arrangements. You can get some. But when you call us, when you call me in Tamale or anywhere you are, we can get the team to deliver a copy for you. And the book is loaded. I don't want to say much about it.
I'll be picking a copy.
But okay, I just opened and I saw this. That says that appreciate yourself. Let me just read it. You are unique. Stop wishing to be like a sister or brother because you don't even know their story. Don't abuse yourself because you haven't achieved your goal yet. God is up to something. In His time, He makes the purpose manifest. Understand the process. A time will come when you can't go and explain the pain you went through. A lot of us spend time in admiring people and want to be exactly like them without asking God to show us exactly who we are. That is a paragraph. Most times people on TV want to be like them. We don't understand their story. We don't know what they went through. Most of us out there dream of being someone else instead of pursuing our own purpose. Never aspire to be anyone else. The Lord will shake off something inside of you that will take away doubt and insecurities. Sometimes we are doubting ourselves. If you are reading this, believe that at the right time, the real you would manifest. I wish you all the best as you make time to unravel the mysteries behind your life. I can't read everything. Get the book of Inspiration for Purpose, and you understand that Your life is something you have to make out of it. The chapter 1 says be giving of goods. Chapter 2, work on yourself. Understanding your health is very important. If you watch my episode on sickle cell, I spoke about the fact that you need to go to the hospital regularly, check on your health. Before you fall down one day, you are dead. Preparing for challenges. Sometimes you don't prepare for challenges. Right, you're just there, something hits us and we are gone. Beginning of growth, everybody is growing. In the next 5-10 years, who are you going to be? Understanding your purpose and fulfilling purpose is hard work. This book, if you don't buy this book, as parents, buy this book for our children because this book brings out me. It's something that reflects me. Get this book. My second book will be out in due time, but get this first and you understand that you really need a lot of inspiration to fulfill purpose. Your purpose is to paint our houses.
Yeah.
Your purpose is to give us painting for us to wear. Yeah. Your purpose is to style our hair. And everything is purpose. I think I'm done with touch from matter and spice like that.
Welcome back to the Reflection Show. Like I said earlier on, I'll be speaking with Miss Rhoda Wedam. She's the Executive Director for the Sogba Empowerment Center here in Tamale. If you've watched our previous episode, you saw that a lot of the apprentices we spoke to kept mentioning her name and saying that she's doing so much in the lives of young people. So today we want to speak to her personally to get to know how or what all of this is all about and how she's able to get more young people to work with for such a long time. Thank you very much for joining us, madam.
Thank you so much, Martha.
We've heard so much about the center, and then even before the show, personally, I've encountered you, and I love the zeal that you really work with for young people. Now, let's just go straight into the discussion. Why is the Sogba Empowerment Center still going on? Because we know it's not easy, and then we see the ups and downs here. Before we go back to how it started, but what is the mandate that is still making it run?
Thank you so much, Martha, and I'm highly honored for inviting me for this particular interview. The Sogba Empowerment Center was established in 2016 with the aim of providing sustainable jobs for the young girls in the northern region. And we all know the northern region records a high rate of rural-urban migration among our young girls. If you go to the streets of Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi, you see a lot of them there. We know we cannot just take all of them from the street, but there is something we can do to reduce the rate at which they travel to these cities. So Sogba Empowerment Center was established to provide these girls with jobs that will provide them with some income, because the reason why they are on the street is because of money. So if you're able to provide them with skills that will give them money, definitely these girls will stop traveling. So that is the mandate of Sogba Empowerment Center.
How many girls maybe have you been able to train for this long?
So we started with 10 girls at the initial stage, which didn't really work for us because we just needed girls to come and then benefit from what the center is providing. But that didn't work, as I said. So, and that was because we were training them for free at that point. And you know, with this, our people, free things are not
the
really,
value wasn't appreciated.
That is it. So we added a fee to it. We call it a commitment fee. Initially, it was 120 cedis, and you know that there is no training center that will accept 120 cedis to train a girl for 3 years. So we call it a commitment fee, and that is what the girls pay. So from then we realized that the girls started appreciating the whole training and were coming in. So for now we have graduated 10 girls who are masters on their own, and currently we have 42 girls in the center.
Wow. So yes, after 3 years then you graduate? I
graduate you. Then you become a master on your own. But before that, you write the exams with the MVTI. You get your certificate from them before I also graduate you.
So we can see some of the things that have been made. So they make them. Then that's also a way to sell out there.
Yes. So
you provide the resource, you provide the money for, I mean, the raw materials for them to make.
So what happens is that the organization is responsible for providing the skill to the girl. So it gets to a point when she's able to weave. We've empowered you. So we then train you again to start your own business. So currently what they do is that once you get to a point where you can produce, that is the maximum number, let me say that is within 1 year you should be able to start production.
Oh, okay.
So when it happens that way, you now sell to us, and then we then go to the market to sell. So the girls are managing the business on their own.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, then that's great. So it means by the time they are even out of here, they are able to know one or two things about how to even manage their business, to even get the clients and all of that.
Yes.
How has funding been for you?
Funding has been very, very difficult. From the initial start, I started with the amount of 10,000 cities. That is from a friend who is based in the US. So for me, initially, I thought this 10,000 cities will keep coming, but no, it was just a seed capital for me to start the whole thing. And that was only able to get us the equipment, and then that was 3 weaving machines and then 3 sewing machines. The rest, we had to get our raw materials for the weaving and then the sewing as well, and then to also prepare the place. So when the 10,000 cities was finished, I was shocked. I didn't know what to do next. Wow. So fortunately on my side, that was when I also had a job. So I started funding the center with the salary that I was getting from my job.
So currently, are you working?
Yes, currently I work for another organization called the Migrant Media Network. And
okay.
So Sogba Empowerment is not what I do full time.
Full time.
Yes.
Okay, okay. At least that's a bit. Because I'm just imagining doing some of these things full time is very, very tough.
Very,
so when you're not there, there's someone.
There is someone. Yes, I have a strong team that is really helping me. So Sogba Empowerment Center, from 2016, we've partnered with other organizations that has given us money. You know, we also produce the reusable sanitary pads where we sell. So we get money from there as well. And then from the products that we, the kente cloths that we sell. So let me say 70% of our funding is from the products that we sell.
Okay.
Then 30% is from the partners that we are working with.
Okay, so the girls that you train, when they get to the point where they can weave, do they weave, maybe sell to you and you add something, or just give them the raw materials, they weave and give you to sell as a way of maybe being patriotic or being loyal to you?
Yeah, so the organization called the Sogba Empowerment, we give them the training, then once they start the production, we have our Sogba smoke, which is the business aspect. So they sell to the Sogba smokes. That also adds something to sell. Yes, so Sogba smokes supports Sogba Empowerment when it needs finance.
Okay.
Yes,
okay. That is like after everything is done. So
yes.
we have seen you. So first of all, I'm so much passionate about the reusable part. What brought that idea?
So with the reusable sanitary pads, myself, I've been a victim of not having access to sanitary pad when I started menstruating. You know how we don't really get the education from our parents that much. So when I started, for me, I was using the disposable alongside with the cloths. So there are times that when
you use, if you don't have,
if I don't have, I have to rely on the cloth. So I used to have a lot of the washable cloth, but they were not really hygienic. They couldn't absorb the blood as it has to. So there was a time I went to school with, I was menstruating and then I used toiletry. I got to school and when I was sitting in class, I realized that the toiletry was off, so the blood was dropping on the pants. So I couldn't concentrate in class the whole day.
Yeah, we feel embarrassed, of course.
When we closed usually we close at 1:30 and then sit for extra classes till 4. I couldn't really sit for that extra classes because I had to close at 1:30, rush home and then take care of myself. So I know how challenging it is when a young girl is in school and doesn't really have access to sanitary pad. And if you look at our girls in the rural areas, they are really facing it. So why don't we come out with something that can help these girls? And these are girls that are already used to the washable clothes, because we have communities that do not even have shops where they sell disposable. These girls cannot afford it, and that is the truth. Some even use graphics. Some will have to go and sit on a heap of sand and just allow the blood to drop.
For how, the whole day? I'm just imagining how long you have to do that for 4
so
5
during
days.
the heavy flow, when the blood is really coming, that is when they go and sit. Then when it reduces, then the pants can help you manage that. You know, there are times when the blood is so when the heavy flow is reducing, then they allow the pant to serve that purpose.
So wait, just it's easier for them to patronize?
Very, to them it's expensive. So what Sogba Empowerment does is that we talk on their behalf, we raise funds on their behalf, and when we get them, we then supply the girls with the washable parts. Because it's expensive for them, because the materials are not in Ghana here. So by the time it gets to Ghana, it's expensive.
So how much does one cost?
So a full pack is 50 cedis. It comes with 8 liners, 2 shells, the pants, the towel, and one can use it for 3 years. So this is where we partner with other organizations that support girls. So in this case, they help the girl, they buy, and then we do the distribution. Yeah, it also comes with adolescent reproductive health education.
And so you do smock, you do pad. I've seen shea butter. What else do you do?
Currently, we also do the village savings and loans with the girls. The girls are making money. We need to teach them how to save. So we also have the savings and loan scheme where we help them to save their
Are you in
money.
partnership with any kind of bank or something, or savings and
Currently,
loans?
with another savings and loans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how did the shea butter start for you or for the organization?
So the shea butter, we realized that the weaving center and the sewing center was at one place where the girls will have to move from their homes to the center. So reaching out to girls who are also far from us, we realized that northern region is blessed with shea trees where we can be able to produce shea butter. So how will we be able to reach girls like that? And if we realized that mothers, their mothers were the ones that were really are really engaged in the business. They don't involve the girls. So we found out that the girls are on the street. So we call it the mother to daughter support group, where we support the mother and then the girls. So the mothers engage the girls in the business. So once the girl starts benefiting from the business, that will let her know that this is something I have to stay home and do instead of traveling. So that is how the shea butter.
Okay. So you are into 3 main parts. That is the pad, that is the smoke, and that is the shea butter.
The shea butter.
And each of these, you have young people who have selected one of them to be able to learn and be skillful in.
Yeah. That's
okay. It. But for the smoke, you have about 42 girls.
42 girls.
And they are still in training.
They are still in training.
Okay, but since the organization started, it's 10 girls you have officially passed out.
Yes.
Are you hoping to pass out some this year?
Yes. About 10 girls will be graduating this year in June. Yes.
Oh, okay. Then more are going to continue. So are you calling for more people to join?
Sure. Calling for more people to join. We recently admitted 5 girls for free. The girls really want the training, but sometimes it's the income. So
when they actually need and you feel it's money, then you actually take them.
Sure. Once I assess you and realize that you are serious and you really need a skill, I give it to you for free.
How have your work been recognized? Have people in the northern region, outside, and then I know you've been involved in a lot of volunteering activities and all of that. Just take us through some of the, should I say, awards or recognition you have received based on your work.
Okay. This whole work that I'm doing, I personally, for me, it is not something that I'm doing for fame or for money. It is the work of God I'm doing, because the way it came to me just like that, for me to support these girls, I don't really understand. And if you look at the girls that are here, they are all Muslims. So as a Christian, investing
like all
in
of
these,
them?
There's
Like,
only is
like
only one Christian
the
among
majority
them.
of them.
Majority
Wow.
of them are Muslims. So looking at a Christian and investing in these girls, you see, maybe you might ask yourself why. But so as I said, for me, I see it another part of ministry that I am doing, and that has been recognized by people. That the motivational words they give me is one of the recognition that I've seen, because if you are doing something like this and you don't get people to appreciate you and also keep motivating you, definitely there is no way you'll be able to move forward. In 2018, we won an award that is for the best female sustainable development goal achiever in Africa. That was held at the Accra Conference Center. There were a lot of youth that that were
And someone from the
competing for the
north taking
award.
that should have been very challenging.
And from the whole Africa countries,
Wow.
the whole African continent. So you see how competitive it was. Then in 2020, yes, we're profiled as one of the 100 most influential person in northern Ghana. We now have 5 northern regions, right? So now, yes, we're one of the award, we're the nominee, and then at the end, when the votes were done, we're awarded. Then in 2020, I was a Mandela Washington Fellow. We also know how competitive that program is, and being part of it is one of the greatest achievements that I will say I've had. And then 2021 rather, 40 under 40 awards that was held in Accra as well.
So
Competing with
I
7.
think it has inspired you, because
A
sometimes
lot.
some of these little things that we do, and then sometimes you just need a voice, just say, okay, Charlie, you are doing well, and it just keeps you. Were there points you just wanted to stop everything and go and live your, I call it the normal, quote and unquote, like when you just live your life, when you just get your work and do, it's you and your family and you are there to go. But sometimes it's like you're even sometimes you're like stressing yourself to mind everybody's business, to take care of everybody, and it's like you are giving out more energy than you are receiving. Have there been times that you just wanted to say, you know what, God, I've done enough, choose someone else?
There are a lot of times. There was a time I sat in my room and wept because of finances. I didn't really have money to continue the whole project. So I just felt like coming out to tell everyone that, you see, from Monday onwards, stop coming. Find something doing. Let me also focus on my life. I want to concentrate on my job, get my money at the end of the month, use it for whatever I want, because spending your whole income, monthly income on girls like this is not
and
easy.
More.
That is it. And a point where when you are trying to shape their life and you realize that the girls are not picking it, you keep asking yourself, am I really wasting the money? Am I wasting the energy? Am I wasting all the resources that I'm putting into? But the wonderful thing is that as years comes by, you see something new in the girls. You realize that the girls are beginning to appreciate whatever I'm doing.
On that appreciation note, I want her to take a break. We'll be right back. So I'll be speaking with Khadija here. She'll be just telling us what she thinks here about the center, whether she's okay, she's happy, whether her expectations were met since she was here at the center. Hello, Khadija.
Yes, madam.
How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Hey, this thing you are doing, I wish I could do some more. So since you came here, how long have you been here?
2 years now.
It's been 2 years. And when you came here, did you know anything about weaving?
I wasn't knowing anything.
Okay, so it's 2 years now you have been able to learn this. Your expectations, what you were thinking in your mind, and when you come, you learn. Have you learned it?
Yes, I learned everything.
So what can you say about your madam?
Actually, our madam is very good. The way she keeps us here, I don't think in Tamale here, any of those madams, they keep their trainees like that, because she always expects us to be happy. She's very good to us because she taught us how to do everything easily and we learn it easily.
Where are you from?
I'm from this town.
Yeah, from this town. Oh, okay. So we wish you all the best, and we hope that everything that she has taught you or she's teaching you would help. Okay, so I'm speaking with these two amazing ladies to help us. Just share your opinion with us. How long have you been here?
It's almost 3 years now.
Okay, and how long have you been here?
It's almost 1 year.
Almost 1 year, so that's your senior. So tell us, what you were thinking you will see, or what you were expecting as you have come. Have you seen it?
Yes.
And are you learning very well?
Yes, I'm learning very.
Are you happy to be here?
Yes, I'm happy.
So what would you tell other girls who are not having anything to do? What would you tell them? Are you advising them to come?
Yes, they have to come and learn more.
So are you learning how to make the smoke or something else?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So tell us, what is that something that you are so happy about this week?
Oh, everything, because here it has changed my life. Everything. I really appreciate. Because now, if you have vocational skills, the way it helps people, even as now, though I'm no more schooling, but even education cry is better if you know how to calculate the things and everything. It's all good.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for giving us the chance to speak to you. So I believe that you've heard from them and you've seen the amazing work that is happening here at the Sogba Empowerment Center here in Tamale. So like I said earlier on, you can always advise or encourage more young people to come here or even other places for vocational skills. Thank you very much for watching the Reflection Show.
Savannah International Academy is an international school located in Tamale, Ghana. We award the Cambridge IGCSE and A-level certificate. Running parallel is SIA4, our curriculum enrichment program. SIA, nurturing the next generation of African leaders. SIA, thinking global, acting local. Give your child a holistic education at SIA. Contact us now.
Understanding the importance of the eye will help you identify the best measures to stay healthy and not be a victim to visual impairment or going totally blind. At the Northern Community Eye Hospital here in Tamale, it's our mandate to give your eyes the best care it needs. Our experts are experienced and on standby to give you the best treatment or surgery where necessary. In our facility, we have modern equipment and amazing experts who understand the need to give you nothing but the best care to improve your vision. The Northern Community Eye Hospital services include eye screening for need of eyeglasses, for diabetes, glaucoma, and for all other eye diseases. Lasers, including a new glaucoma treatment that saves you from anti-glaucoma eye drops. We are the only eye care facility with this machine. Eye services for children, screening for individuals and staff of corporate organizations. We have a large variety of beautiful eyeglasses, both for vision and reading, and also sunglasses. We equally do delivery of eyeglasses to every part of Ghana and beyond. We sell all necessary eye medicines in our pharmacy at an affordable price. Our working hours are from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 12 noon on public holidays. Reach us on 059-2580-019 or 037-202-8610. We are located on the Sanargu Road 400 north of Stadium Runabout.
Nimba yinga kandaza kana ka patide yihle babanga yihma ka kulu de keto shel no social kan ku de la la fi hal de bi ya zo de ben mon de bi sha bi kun na ale ali akwai ndam na to kula de kan na manda de sha zo kan ban ni yale mabe ban mani na dorte bo tam ban manga ka zaha kana ntele be mon da la fi zo sanar do so ay clinic ma kana tele be da la fi zo nku e papa.
Welcome back from the break. I believe that everyone watching us today will be able to reflect on the fact that vocational work is also very important. And there are people who are available to give some of these trainings for young people for free. So if you are able to directly give to young people for free, you can support people like Rhoda who are helping young people to make their life worth it. Because a lot of young people are running away from even being responsible. So people in Ghana, and especially the northern part of Ghana, let's do well to invest in young people who are doing amazing things to help humanity. What was that challenging moment that, of course, you've mentioned that you cried and you wanted to come, but that moment that you felt that, okay, I've done enough? Was there an instant you're like, okay, I've done enough, and whatever they want to do, they will do?
That always has to do with funding. Yes. As a young organization coming up like that, it's always difficult getting funding. And it's also very difficult to approach people that will open up their arms and say, fine, okay, I'm giving you machines, I'm giving you capital to go and do whatever that you want. And for Sogba, for us, we don't even need the funds, or we don't need the money like that. We will need machines, because the more machines that we have, the more we'll be able to produce, sell, and then make the money. So it's also, that's the frustrating moment when you realize that people are not ready to support you. You approach them, and then
sometimes it's not even that they are not able to support you. It's the way they treat you.
They treat you
when they are not going to support you. That is really very hurting.
They make you feel that your agenda, the agenda behind this whole initiative is about yourself and about money. But deep within you, you know it's not like that. And for me, I sometimes find, what sometimes makes me so frustrated is the fact that I walk or I go into an office myself to seek for support, and then the feedback is always very, very bad. Some is very, very bad. There are some that if they can't support, they have a very nice way of saying it, but others too is so harsh. So it's always like, why don't I just go and concentrate on my job?
Calling them to follow her.
They don't pick your calls.
Oh, that is even quite better. Someone will say, I've seen it. If you reply, we'll reply you. Why you keep calling? And sometimes it happens at the moment that as soon as I hang up the call, it's like I want to cry.
You want to cry. And the moments when you see people that you think you can look up to, not even for the financial aspect, but also just for mentorship, and then it's like they're not even ready to open up their doors. You meet them, they give their contact to you, all right. Send a hi, they'll not even mind you. And sometimes I keep asking myself, if I'm looking up to you to motivate me, and this is how you are behaving, then who are you in the society? Because I think that you are demonstrating something that is making me to come to you to seek for that
and they
support.
build your hopes. I met someone recently and it was like, oh, okay, I've done, okay, don't worry, I will support you. I even give the person a copy of my book, and the person was like, don't worry, that I'll buy your book. I was like, how much should I buy? I was like, I'm going to buy the book for 1,000 cedis. Said a lot of things that I was like, oh, Charlie, I've made it in life. Only to be calling the person is not picking.
It's not picking.
The only thing the person answers is like, oh, Charlie, I might have been busy, I'll get back to you. And you don't hear from them again. I actually know how it feels. So sometimes when I see someone do so, sometimes I'm like, is it that Rhoda or this person is having different body than me? So I'm like, I want to tap into, so okay, let me come and tap into some anointing of grace, because me, I most of the times I always cry.
It's the same challenge.
Yes, so sometimes when I saw, I was like, so I actually want to go out to support anyone because I know how it feels. So sometimes like, hey, maybe so Rhoda is a superwoman. So let me come again.
It's the same. Just that we don't cry in public, so we don't get to see it, because with such a person, you know that the young ones are also looking up to you. So when you stand out there, you need to really let them understand that.
I wrote an article on purpose is selfish. We are fulfilling purpose. It's more about what you should offer, not what you want. And sometimes you are praying to God, and God is not minding you. I keep saying that. I said God is not minding you, and all He asks you to do is to do another project. Yeah. All you hear is another project.
Another one. And the ideas keep coming.
Yes, and it keeps coming. You're like, God, I know, but I want this for me, and it doesn't come. So finally, in conclusion, what are some of the most important tips that you actually want, first of all, want to tell your apprentices, because let the, what is something you wish they know that they can do well. People who are watching us right now and maybe they want to get in touch with you, of course, we'll put your contact details on the screen, and then how they can also reach out to you, and more, or any other thing that you want to tell somebody who is watching us right now about vocational skills training and young people.
Okay, so for me, what I would say is that it's about the impact. Vocational skills training, starting with this whole project for the past 6 years, I've realized that vocational skills training is very, very important. If you look at the lives of our young girls now, not all of them are able to go to school. They get to a point and they drop. And once you drop out of school at an early age, the only option left for you is to marry.
Yeah.
So this is the time we have to start preaching. That is it. We have to start talking about the other option that these girls can explore, which is the vocational skill. So if you're able to let their parents understand that if your daughter is not doing well in school, then there is another option for her, then that will help. Because if the girls here are earning money, they are making money at this early age, what shows that when she gets to the age of 25,
she can't make more.
She will not make more money. So we need to really let them understand that that option is available.
And also, I think that we also need people to understand that it doesn't mean that when you are doing this, like vocational training, you are not intelligent. I cannot be, maybe I'm not good academically, but maybe I am in debt. So I think, because we still have the perception that when you are doing this, it means that we are born.
It's not like that.
Don't know anything.
It's not like that. Because even if you look at the clothes we produce, there is a lot of mathematics done in there. Wow. To be able to combine colors to come out with a fabric, it takes someone who is so crafty to be able to do that. So if I'm not good in class, someone who is good in class comes here and will find it difficult. For me, for instance, I've been with them for 6 years, but to be frank, I don't even know how to do it. I can't do it. There are several times I sit on the machine and I ask them, oh, can you teach me? How do you come with these designs? They tell me, okay, you do this. Seriously, they get up and I'm not able to do it. So it's not like that. That is because the person, she has the passion for the skill. That is why she's able to make it. So it's not that maybe someone who is in school, who is out of school is not good. And the most important thing too that I want those outside to hear is about the impacts. We should the question I want us to ask ourselves is, what impact are you making out there? You see, you shouldn't have a lot of money to be able to make an impact in someone's life. You shouldn't see...
How much do we even have?
That is it. Because this center I have established, as I said, I don't know how to weave. I'm also working for someone who pays me. But this is a center. It's more of a rescue center for these girls. I'm making the impact, and I'm also building my career as well. So let's try to come out with initiatives that will be able to make impacts in the lives of other people. And I know that we cannot be able to solve all the problems in the world, but at least the little that I do, the little that you matter do, the little that someone else do, at least we'll be able to reduce it.
We'll be able to reduce it, of course. Give us your final words, your final words. Maybe to your apprentices, you want to say something to them?
Sure. So to my apprentice, the only thing I want them to know is that I love them deep inside my heart. Sometimes the road might be rough. You might see Madam to be so harsh. That is because Madam wants you to get to a certain level. For now, you don't understand. They don't understand where I want them to get to. So when you see me being harsh, just take it normal. But deep within my heart, I want you to become
harsh. It's being hard.
That is the right word. Being hard. So I want you to become the good woman in the society, the great woman, the woman that will not have to depend on someone before she feeds her children. That is not the kind of woman I want you to be. I want you to be the woman that will be able to support your husband when the need arises.
Of course, when the need arises. Of course, you know, sometimes we have to buy our husbands the cars and buy them the things we want them to buy for us. I believe that this episode has been amazing. You've enjoyed, or you've learned so much here. the Sogba Empowerment Center, their contacts, I believe, on Facebook. You can reach them on Facebook as well. If you are in Tamale or any part of the northern region, get in touch with them. You can locate them at just behind Yas Lodge here in Tamale, or just behind the Ghana Hotel in Tamale, and you can get in touch with them. If you are also outside and you want a place to come and learn a skill, get in touch with them as well. And if genuinely you may not be able to afford, they have a way to help you. And the commitment fee is not also something that I believe that your friends and family may not be able to help you put that together. So let's put our hands together, let's join our forces together to make sure that more young people are being trained to stay safe. I'm saying safe because when you are trained and you have your own work or job to do, you don't go around to be at risk of rape or any of these social vices. So please, 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 I believe that this episode will help you to reflect. This episode will give you another mindset of who you are or who someone is.
Thank you so much. My name is Martha, and I'll see you next time, and good night for now.